PHPRunner, like a bridge, silent architect, building up the future where the code once wrecked. A painter with no brush, yet it paints with ease. A symphony of data, flowing like the breeze. The canvas is bare, but it calls your name. Come and create, you're not the same. No need to fight, no tangled threads. Just weave the web where logic treads. A click of choice, now take your stand. Dynamic pages at your command. Databases dance and forms take flight. PHPRunner guides you to the light. From grids to charts, from lists to views, turns the complex into simple cues. No more struggle with code, so rare, invisible now, that everywhere. For the dreamer, the artist, the coder too, PHPRunner whispers, your vision's true. No more wrestling with the syntax maze, just create and let the platform blaze. Or click a choice, now take your stand. Dynamic pages at your command. Databases dance and forms take flight. PHPRunner guides you to the light. For the novice or expert to see, a world of apps is now set free. A tool of magic, simplicity crowned, where beauty and data are found. For the novice or expert you'll see, a world of apps is now set free. A tool of magic, simplicity crowned, where beauty and data are found. Click a choice, now take your stand. Dynamic pages at your command. Databases dance and forms take flight. PHPRunner guides you to the light. Yeah, PHPRunner guides you to the light. In a world where your dreams take flight. Yeah. In a world where your dreams take flight.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to this live stream. I've decided to do a quick live stream on a topic that I forgot to mention during my first stream this morning or earlier on. So this is kind of like a follow-up, and I want to show you something very interesting. There's a ton of undocumented APIs and how I go about to find them. And at least know about them and take note, because they are working daily on the actual documentation, but this is a huge application, so we will give them some time to catch up. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is I will first of all, I'm going to open up the application at the PHPRunner version 11. Here we now see the document that was created, or the project that was created earlier on today, and I'm going to just continue with that same project. I just want to see, I did try to zoom. and it's not really doing it for me. So sorry about that, guys. Please, if anybody can just tell me in the chat, can you hear me? Is the audio okay? I'm trying to balance music with the voice at the moment, and it's kind of a learning curve for me as well. So let's see how this goes. Anyway, here I have the application. It was quick start from this morning, and I'm going to open it. This is the same project from this morning. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump here to the events perhaps, and I just want to make sure that my output folder is still on the D drive, and before I save it, it's always important to save, and I'm just going to click build project. That's going to be very quick, as we noticed this morning as well. I don't even know what will happen. I'm going to maximize this screen as well so that we can see. So there is already a session where I am signed on. That's why we did not get the sign on screen. So this is my profile. So I'm just going to go straight to the orders and see what we have missed this morning. I told you I want the user to be able to add and remove columns, and you do this by using this button over here that's been added by the software for us. If you click this, you will notice that I already unticked some of the fields at the bottom. I may want to untick a couple of more fields. Maybe something like that, and that is now saved in that database table for this user only. So my columns can be different from any other user's columns, because that's just what this allows us to do. So if I want to move the columns around, I will click the same button, and you simply click on, let's say we don't want to see the order date, and I want to see the shipper date right before the order date. And look how I'm doing this. I just simply click and drag the column where I want it to be, and that is as simple as that. So I want to see what we have here. Here we have a child table with the same approach. I don't want to see the ID. I'm going to remove the ID, and let's see if that actually worked. Doesn't look like it did. Let me just see if I can refresh the page. The ID column is still there. So this is something that I will I did untick it. Let's put product ID first. It doesn't even work the same. So yeah, okay, this part doesn't work. It's supposed to work the same way. We will take note of this and fix it. This is now the problem of streaming live. You know, when you run into an error, it's out there, everybody can see it, and all I can say is we will fix it. But this is what we're gonna do here. So now what I want to do, I want to show you something called let me just take that out of full screen. I'm going to close this project, and that's my location of my output folder. Just save the project for one last time. Okay, and let's see what it is. Notepad++. It's software that you can download for free. It doesn't cost you anything, and it's pretty amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a search on this folder over here. So let's just and it's going to be a search find in files. So I'm not only looking for the file name, I'm also looking what is written or inside those files as well. Okay, it brings up this screen. You can see I'm going to look for the word security : and that is still the previous values that I have when I tested, so that's why they are here by default. But I'm gonna look for security, see if there's any other security API functionality that's undocumented or not documented yet. Okay, let's click on find all. You will see it's actually going to go through a lot here. What I'm going to do is going to make this bigger so we can see what's going on. And I also, goodness, trying my mouse doesn't want to work now. Hopefully you will be able to see. This is just then a list of security, and you can basically, if you want to open one of these files, you can just basically click on that thing and it will open the files. But just by looking at this, I found something interesting. That is the user ID, security, get username. We are well aware of that. Maybe I must just show you on the if I can get it to work. On the manual, here we have the security API. If I click on what about the security API, there is definitely some functions and their descriptions already documented. So I'm looking for functions in the same security API that is not yet documented. So going back to my Notepad++, what I want to do is this line here, $table equals security and then login table. I'm going to copy that piece of code. It seems like we have a security login table here that we can use so that we can find out. I'm assuming it will put the table name in this variable over here, $table. So this you can now go and scroll through all of these and find more. I promise you, you will find them. But anyway, I'm going to go for this option right now. Make sure that I copied it. I'm going to close Notepad because it's in my way, and then basically let's go quickly back to the project. The project will be here. I'm gonna go to the designer page now. What's the best way? On my orders table, I'm just gonna put a new button here. Let's try that. I'm gonna insert a custom button. Well, we call it a button, and I'm going to say security. If it really doesn't matter, security. This, so I know my button security thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will obviously, let's just click OK over here so I can see my button over there, and the label, I will just change the label to security table, because that's what I want actually. So let's just go back then to the events. You will see that this version 11 is like 10 times faster than any of the other versions we had before. Anyway, here's my button. On the client before of the button, I am not going to do anything for now. I'm just going to go to the server event. Let's take all of that. I'm going to paste that code that I was copying from my search from Notepad++. Anyway, it looks like we can do a result maybe here. I'm gonna say result because all it's going to output is the table name. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is the results. I will put something in here and we'll say security table whatever name underscore. This is just not really that important. What I then will do is I will copy all of this and put that over there. Remove that table table variable result. Okay, so I now have a result and it is equal to the security login table. Now login table is the one that's not documented, but let's see if it works. So I already copied the result, so in the client after event, let me just start over here. And I know I just deleted the stuff that I could have used, but let's just start by setting up a message is equal to and then I will paste that. No, that's not what I want. Not the security login. What I needed was this result table name. I don't know why. Okay, let's Control C because for me to type that out, I don't think I can't, but I can do that. Let's just all right, there we go. That works. But I don't want MSG to perhaps always it needs a value. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add 2 single quotes and a plus, and I'm just going to say sec table and didn't type correctly over there, and I will just say sec table is then the result of that. I don't have any errors, and let's see how it works. It's so difficult for me sometimes or every time because I'm looking for the check syntax button, and the syntax is being tested as you work here anyway, so it's something I personally will have to get used to. Okay, we don't need to change anything over here. I'm just going to save the project and build the project and open it up again in my browser. This time I should see a custom button on the orders list page, and here my button is security table. Let's see what happens. Oh, hold on. Can you believe it? I did not. I was supposed to do something with that value, wasn't I? I just have the message. It's not going to do anything with that. So we're going to do a suite alert maybe. I'm just for suite alert 1. It's just SWAL. Open and close, and put MSG in the middle there. I misspelled swal, so I want to see if this maybe helps you to see better. But anyway, swell is the first one, and that's all we need. It's similar to the normal old alert. You know what this is. We can speak about it a little later on, but I just wanted to see if this function, this thing that we are not supposed to know about. I think sometimes things doesn't get documented because we are probably not allowed to use it. But in this case, it looks like straightforward to me. Anyway, let's just click next over here. I'm going to save the project. I'm going to build it. View it in the browser. And let's see. There we go. This is my security table button. It should just bring me up a pop-up with a table name. Let's see. And yes. So if you want to use, if you don't know what is the security table name, in other words, the name of the table where users are stored in, you can, and this is one of the ways to actually use, and we can add this to the manual, which I'm sure will be added at some point in time. But yeah, I think the big takeaway was the not the PHP, the Notepad++, how I was able to search for values inside the files of my output folder, and from there you can get very handy APIs that no one ever knew about. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. May you all have a wonderful day.